few days in the United States, still reverberating around the world, the murder of Charlie Kirk. His body has been returned to his wife, who gave an incredible speech from his studio where he would normally do a radio and video show for 2 hours a day. And then on top of it, of course, all of his other activism and much of those online videos, which have been seen the world over, and people are mourning his loss, and rightly so. Diana Norozi is the White House reporter for the New York Post, and she joins us now. Diana, lovely to talk to you. The Charlie Kirk quake that has gone around the world, I said on the day that people need to understand, of a certain vintage, that the impact of Titanic figures of the 1960s and how they affected millions and will be mourned by millions and are remembered by millions who were never alive during their life. I think something similar is going to happen in and around Charlie Kirk. Do you get a sense that this is something that is going to well and truly live beyond his life and the immediate mourning?
There are definitely conversations that are happening all over social media and around the world about Charlie Kirk's death. And young Republicans in the United States are saying that despite his death, his movement is only the beginning, and the ideas that he carried forward will be carried forward by them. So I think there is a chance that his death will be impactful for decades to come. I mean, people have been feeling this very deeply. He was such a key political figure here who rallied thousands of young Republicans and was so close to the Trump administration. I mean, it's just been horrific.
Now, we've spent obviously many days on this channel and this program specifically talking about the effect of Charlie Kirk, the person, the speeches, the videos. But I've also spent some time, and I wanted to spend a second with you, trying to explain to people why the machine that he had built, called Turning Point USA, this is the game changer. This organisation was important in getting out the vote in many swing states. Everyone from the President, Steve Bannon, and many others at the absolute tippy top of MAGA say states like Arizona only went Trump because of the work that organisation had done. People need to understand that even if maybe they are not as engaged on the personality, that the machine that he has built is going to be a game changer for a couple of elections to come, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, in the United States, of course, there are states that are very close called swing states. And he was out there since 2012 when he began this movement, coming into those states, speaking to young voters, which particularly lean Democrat in the United States. So, of course, he was targeting them and trying to make them lean more to the right. And it was a big impact in these very close states. And I think that the movement will continue. The organizers have said that TPUSA is here to stay, and they're trying to figure out how to push it forward and be even more successful to live out his legacy.
Now, this is a multi-million-dollar question that if you get right, instant promotion, and you'll have a TV show on every network around the world, okay? Which means it's a tough one. So, obviously, America is many things. I love it. I got married there. I visit as often as I can. Love, love, love America. But obviously, there's many crosswinds and tensions pushing in different directions. So you've got a scenario where Charlie Kirk has absolutely enlivened a whole bunch of young people towards the Republican Party, MAGA, Trump, and obviously the right of politics. Then in your hometown paper, the one that you write for, you've got this Mandani bloke who's an avowed socialist who looks like he's going to push his way towards the mayoralty. Do you think that the immediate future of polarisation in America isn't going to be about Team Red, Team Blue? It's going to be about, frankly, the purest versions of Team Red and Team Blue. A little bit more, dare I say, fundamentalist approaches to the left and right wing of the United States.
I mean, I think that we saw this play out right after Charlie Kirk's death. Just the amount of reactions in the U.S. celebrating his death, I mean, was absolutely disgusting. And it was from people on the left. There is this huge polarization, this huge feeling of tension and just fundamental different beliefs from someone who is promoting debate, someone who's more conservative, of course, and has conservative views, and then someone who killed him and shot him, and people celebrating his death. I think that just shows that there are a big value difference right now between the parties. And I think, yeah, I think that will continue. Of course, Of course, we want it to end, but I don't know what the solution is there.
Well, and by the way, next time some idiot from overseas says, oh, America, it's so polarised, there was a civil war. The 2000 election was decided by the Supreme Court. The 1960 election was essentially fiddled with in the state of Illinois. It's been going on for a while. It wasn't invented by Donald Trump. It wasn't perfected by Obama. This is part of the fundamental tension, which at its best creates one of the greatest countries in the world. And when it's tough, it's tough.